Diligite, invicem. Sicut ego dilexi vos. Diligite, invicem. The Latin, that which is the shared words of Christ at the Last Supper, speaking, love one another as I have loved you, love one another. When breaking down the origin of Latin, one might find the particular pronunciations of Latin change in its expression. Diligite, invicem. Sicut ego diligite, invicem. In the pronunciation diligite, you find in the dilie the Spanish root to say tell. Invicem, which invite the self, tell the self, diligite, invicem, love one another, diligite, invicem, tell the self as I have told you, love the self as I have loved you. In the Latin expression, or specifically the words spoken by Christ at the Last Supper to his disciples, what message would he essentially say? If you love one another as the Christ loves you, you may find love within Christ. Now, back into the actual phrase. Now listen carefully to the pronunciation. Diligite, invicem. Sicut ego dilexi vos. Diligite, invicem. Tell him you are, using your voice. Tell him you are, you will become. In the different pronunciations, which even as a person learns English, Spanish, French, all originating from their Latin root, you can actively find that the expression or the act of speaking the same sentence, which at the initial meaning may change according to the language. In Spanish, compared to English, English to say, I love you, changes in Spanish to yo te quiero, which is a completely different saying in pronunciation, meaning the same thing. But now when you look at the pronunciation originating the Latin roots, that which all language stems from Latin, and the pronunciation is also a meaning according to the sound of the particular vowel. In French, to say, I love you, you would say, je t'aime. In order to say, I am, in French you would say, je suis. Je suis, which is another name for Yeshua. I am. In Spanish, to say I am, you would say yo soy. And in the different meanings stems different language and different pronunciation with completely different particular vocabularized or vocalized sound. But at the initial root being Latin, if you were to listen to the actual pronunciation of how these words are broken down, you can actively find that in Latin, as an example, at the Last Supper, Christ tells his disciples to love one another just as I have loved you. To love one another. Which he is essentially saying, in Latin, tell him you are, with your voice, you will become. Diligite, invicem. Diligite, invicem. Diligite, invicem. Sicut, dilexi, diligite, invicem. Thank you.